Alright guys, so I decided, that I'm going to tell you guys about how I upgraded my phone, or how it happened that I finally got an upgrade on my phone. But I have to go pick up my little brother from school, so I did this little contraption right here. Let me show you guys. So this thing is gonna hold the phone as I drive. That way I'll be hands-free. So, sorry, hold on, give me a second. Let me refix it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so maybe 3 weeks ago, my charger for my iPhone iPhone 4 wasn't working anymore. So I went with my sister to like I don't know if she went with me. Yeah, she did go with me. I went to 4 different stores trying to find an iPhone 4 charger, and I seriously could not find one at all. Like, it was so annoying. And so I was like, you know what? I posted on Facebook. I went to 4 different stores. I even went to Walgreens, which is usually where I usually find them, but nowhere had them. And then the ones that did have them, they were like $15, and I wasn't about to spend $15 on a charger that cost like no more than $5. So instead, I posted on Facebook like, look guys, I went to 5 stores, couldn't find an iPhone 5 or iPhone 4 charger. If anybody has a charger or an iPhone 5 that I can borrow just for a little bit, let me know, please. You know, it would be awesome. So then my cousin, Stephanie, shout out to Steph, she messaged me and she told me that she had an extra iPhone 5 C, I think, the blue one, that I can borrow for a little bit, and you know, it would be cool. And I said, all right, cool. So then the night of the Canelo fight, I went over to her house. It's her and my cousin Edgar's, their house. We were watching the fight there, and before I left, I was like, hey, can I get the iPhone so I can use it? She's like, yeah, no problem. So she gave it to me, and then a couple of days later, I don't know if it was a couple of days later or the next day. I think it was the next day because that was on a Saturday. So yeah, it was Sunday. So the next day, I went to the Great Mall so that way they can switch the number over, because we were like up and down. Me, my mom, and my baby brother, we were up and down doing stuff. So we were at the Great Mall. I was like, you know what, let me just ask the guys here at Sprint to change the number for me, because when I called, they told me that I had to either go into a store or do it online. But since I was out and about already and I was already at the mall, they told me I went to one of the little kiosks. Mind you, okay, these guys are dope, but I'll explain why later. So I go in there and everything, and I tell the guys, hey, can you please switch my number over so that way I can start using this phone, because my phone, it doesn't want to charge anymore, blah, 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 blah. So then the guy that's helping me was like, yeah, no problem. And then he goes, hey, why don't you just get an upgrade? And I was like, oh, no, it's cool. Don't even worry about it. And he goes, no, yeah. He goes, I can upgrade you. I was like, no, it's okay. I don't think my mom's going to want to upgrade right now. And she was like, but isn't your phone paid off? I was like, yeah. I was like, but it's okay. Like, I was like, no, it's okay. Because mind you, my mom wasn't there next to me. And since my phone number is on her account, I would have to ask her. But she was inside Sports Authority. So I couldn't ask her. And plus my phone was dying. So then, but then I ended up needing her to come to the kiosk anyways, because they needed her signature. Since I'm not an authorized account holder on the account, they needed her authorization to switch the phone over. I don't know why. It's so weird now. I don't know. It's like new policies or whatever with Sprint, which is the service that I have. I love Sprint. It was just this little situation was kind of annoying. So anyways, my mom comes over, and then she's talking to the guy, whatever, said him about our bill, blah blah blah, and the guy tells her, oh, well, I can upgrade all you guys, and you guys will basically pay practically nothing out the door. And then she's like, all of us. He goes, yeah, all of you. She'll get an iPhone 6, whatever one she wants, your husband, my dad, would get an iPhone 6 also, and you could get what? You want an iPhone or you want the new Note? The new Note. And she said, I want the new Note. I think it's like a 5 or a 6, I don't know. So she's like, okay, well, what am I looking out the door? And he tells her, and she's like, no surprise amount at the end. He goes, no. He goes, this is what it's gonna be. And so she said, all right. And then I looked at her and I was like, what? I'm gonna get an iPhone 6? Guys, I went from an iPhone 4, yes, an iPhone 4 that I had for 3 years, I think. I had it for 3 years. I had the iPhone 4, and I went all the way up to a 6S, the rose gold 6S. I freaking love my phone, dude. Like, you don't even know. I love my phone. And it's my baby. I got a case for it right away there at the Sprint kiosk, which was funny, by the way, because he was like, oh, do you want a pink one? I was like, And then the other guy that was there, he's like, does it look like she would want a pink case? She has a Sharks beanie on. She has on a Sharks shirt. Like, do you really think she wants me? Because also, do you want blue? And I was like, no, why would I want blue? And then I go, do you have white? And then he pulls one out. He goes, yeah, this one. So that's the one I got. And it's like white around the rim, and then the back is clear. So anyways, that's the case I have for it. So so then when at the end of everything, I was so happy because the guy was like, oh, I thought you didn't want an upgrade. I was like, I wanted the upgrade, but I just didn't know if my mom was gonna say yes. That was the whole thing. He was like, oh, okay, see what you're saying, blah blah blah. And so it was cool. So shout out to the guys that work at the Sprint kiosk at the Great Mall. They're the ones that are right in front of Guess and Calvin Klein, and that one new store, it's like super wide. You could like cut across the code through to the food court. Those guys at the kiosk in front of Calvin Klein and Guess, they are awesome, dude. Like, they're amazing. They hooked everything up. They did everything. Oh, they even upgraded my mom's tablet. Like, what? It was so dope. Like, I really appreciate them very much. You guys are awesome. We owe you guys Starbucks or a bottle of wine, whatever you want. I think one guy's name was Matt, I think. Was the name Matthew? I think, or Mason? Matthew, Mason? It started with an M. Something like that. But anyways, yeah. It was awesome. I really appreciate it. And thanks to my mom, I now have a new iPhone, which, by the way, guys, seriously, the iPhone 6S, the quality of the pictures is amazing. And the fact that my battery lasts so much longer now, it's ridiculous. Last night, last minute, my uncle told me that he had tickets to the Sharks game. They play the Penguins. And he told me if I wanted to go, and I said, of course, yes, of course I want to go, which is the video that's before this one. You could see it. And he was like, and mind you, he told me at like 5:15, 5:30 is when I found out about the game, and the game started at 7:30. So I started charging my phone, and as I got ready and stuff, and then after I was done getting ready and I left to go pick up, because I took my three cousins, Richard, David, and Julio, and as I was on my way to pick them up, I charged my phone inside my car, and I finally took it off the charger when we got to the game. I finally took it off. It was at 98%. And I used Snapchat during the game. I was on Facebook a little bit. And I was text messaging, everything, right? And I was on Instagram because I posted a couple pictures on Instagram. And by the time we left the game and I got back into my car, before I put my phone back on the charger, I only got down to 67%. And that was not putting it on low battery mode. I was amazed, dude, because usually when I used to take my iPhone 4 to the games, and I would try to put Snapchat on, or use Snapchat, I should say, my phone would die super, super, super quick. So now it lasts the entire game, and I was so happy. I was ecstatic. It was amazing. I loved it. And this Saturday, and usually I would have to put my phone in a movie case, and even like that it wouldn't last. So this Saturday is my little cousin's 3rd birthday, and what else are we doing Saturday? It's his 3rd birthday, and I'm going out with my sister and our Aunt Baby and a few of our family members, and I'm taking my brother Jess. You guys will see him in my next video probably. But yeah, so we're going to Aki's to have some swirls. Well, I'm not gonna have any swirls because I'm gonna be driving, so I'm not gonna drink, but Jess and everybody else is gonna drink. And so usually when I would go out with them, or anytime I would go out, I would always have to have my phone on the Mophie case. I would charge my phone, charge the Mophie case, put my phone in the Mophie case, and then I would like turn it on. When I saw that my battery was going low, I would turn it on so that way it would stay like at 95 the majority of the time. It wouldn't matter because it would still freaking die. I would turn on Snapchat and my phone would just die in misery. It was ridiculous. But yeah, so that's what I want to tell you guys about how I got my new iPhone 6s rose gold. Beautiful, beautiful phone. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, shout out to my mom for getting me my new phone. She's the best. Love ya. Means it. And shout out to the guys at the Sprint kiosk in front of Guess and Calvin Klein at the Great Mall. You guys are awesome. Awesome, awesome. And that's about it. So I hope you guys liked my little story. I'm about to pick up my little brother. There he is.